Hello and welcome to How to Planet Your Vedic Astrology Forecast. My name is Sarah, and in this video I want to walk you through an entire week looking at the changes that happen between the moon phases and the stars. So each day of the week is ruled by a planet, and we will look at that in other individual videos for a daily practice with the time Shaktis. But the changes that everyone experiences wherever you are in the world, the moon phases as it grows and shrinks, it waxes and wanes each day, that impacts us, as well as the moon moving through the 27 nakshatras or stars. Each one has a different characteristic and brings a different energy to our day. So I'm based on the West Coast in the US in Pacific Daylight Time. So if you're somewhere else in the world, you may have to adjust the timings, and this may even happen in a slightly different day. But you can use this as your sort of overall basis for the week and then make the adjustments to your location. So let's get started by looking at Monday, October 27th, and we begin with the moon phase. It's in the fourth waxing moon. So right now the moon is growing larger. We're moving towards the full moon, and the fourth moon is always associated with clearing obstacles or removing hurdles or burdens or challenges in your path. And the archetype of Ganesha, who's known in many, many cultures as the elephant-headed archetype, has the ability to see all aspects of our life from the past through the future, so he can pull out these obstacles that are causing us problems. So on the fourth moon, you want to focus on any obstacle you can let go of. Now this moon phase is this morning on Monday, and it carries us through about 1:30 Pacific time in the afternoon, and then we switch to the fifth waxing moon. The fifth waxing moon brings in the divine feminine. So all of us are comprised of masculine and feminine energy. The entire world works on this balance of Shiva, Shakti, yin, yang, masculine, feminine. And the fifth moon brings this great abundance of the feminine energy, the goddess energy, which is action and is creation. So divine blessings of the goddess and the ability to act and create come with this fifth waxing moon. It's a very positive moon for abundance and material prosperity because it's all about creating what you want. So this moon phase carries us through the rest of Monday and into Tuesday. Now the stars for Monday begin with Jayesta. And this is a star in Scorpio. It's very much about courage. It has a lot of that Mars energy to fight for what you believe in, to fight for the underdog. It also has a lot of Mercury energy, so it's very much about intelligence and communication to help other people. So use the courage and the wisdom of Jayesta, and that is the star until about 4:30 p.m. today. Then it moves into Mula, which takes us into Sagittarius, a new sign, and the star Mula is very much about the root. So the root cause, getting to the root, getting to the center, really understanding something at its core. It can also help you take a holiday or travel, but it's really about digging deep and finding out the source of something. So that will carry us through the rest of Monday and into Tuesday. Then on Tuesday, again, we start with the fifth waxing moon, and just after noon, it will switch to the sixth waxing moon, and the sixth moon is connected to Maruga, the warrior archetype, and on a Tuesday, this is very powerful, as Maruga is connected to Mars, the ruler of Tuesday. So the sixth moon helps you clear conflict. So you may have a conflict in your relationship, at your job, with your family, with your finances, with your neighbors, an internal conflict. All of these conflicts, during the sixth moon, it's an opportunity to clear them, to release them for good, and to allow your consciousness to be free of conflict so that you can understand more, you can see clearly, and you can experience a wider, broader expanse of knowledge, of wisdom, of love. So this is a very powerful moon to look at conflicts in your life and let them go. And then that takes us through the rest of Tuesday and the moon phases, and then the nakshatras. Again, we start in Mula, looking at the root, and about 4 p.m. on Tuesday we move to Purva Shada. So Purva Ashada is very much connected to the element of water. It gives us the ability to ebb and flow and move fluidly and find our way. It's very much a success-oriented star. It brings great prosperity. But think of that energy of how water moves to guide you on this Tuesday to get what you want, create what you want, especially in the material world. So then that brings us to Wednesday, and that's October 29th. And that 6th moon carries us into Wednesday, and then the 7th moon starts in the morning around 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. 7th moon brings up the energy of relationships. So 7th moon makes you look at how you relate to others, especially your significant others, those you're romantically involved in, but it can be any type of serious partnership or relationship that you're looking at on this day. So you want to call upon that moon to help you find your peace, your understanding, your harmony within these relationships. And then the 7th moon carries us through the rest of Wednesday. And looking at the nakshatras, we start with Purva Ashada, that very fluid, prosperous star, and it switches in the afternoon on Wednesday around 3 p.m. to Uttara Ashada. And these are a pair of stars. You'll notice there's a few of these in the cycle of nakshatras. They work together. So Uttara Ashada, it also is very success-oriented. It brings this great ability to create and to manifest, but it also does so with an enhanced level of compassion and an enlightenment. So it's very much a 200% star where you can create in this material world and you can expand your knowledge and awareness in your spiritual practice. And that's the power of Uttara Ashada, which will lead you into Thursday. So on Thursday, it's the 30th of October. We will begin with that 7th moon, but early on, around 8:30 in the morning, it switches to the 8th. So the 8th waxing moon is a moon of transformation. Anytime you're dealing with an 8th moon, you're dealing with these very fierce and formidable energies that come to transform you. They're very much connected to time itself. So Kala Bhairava, or Kronos, the beings of time, come and are present on the 8th moon, and they're here to guide you, to help you understand your time. And in this 8th moon, it's also a chance to clear negativity. You can remove loss, you can remove negativity, and really shift your life to make the most of each moment. Now the star for the day, you'll be switching from Uttara Ashada into Shravana. This happens in the afternoon on Thursday, about 2 p.m. Pacific time. And Shravana continues that line with the nakshatras of prosperity and wealth. It's also a star connected to the archetype Vishnu, who is the archetype of the material world, is the one who protects us and sustains us and helps us live with abundance and wealth and all forms of prosperity. So tap into Shravana's ability to be prosperous and to enjoy the material world. Now Friday is October 31st. It's Halloween for those of you in North America, and it brings that eighth moon energy, but the 9th moon starts very early on. Early in the morning around 6:30, 6:45 Pacific time, you switch to the 9th waxing moon. And the 9th moon brings a very spiritual energy. It's very much about divine blessings and protection and spiritual awakening. So you want to tap into this for your own clarity and consciousness. Maybe there's something that's been troubling you that you haven't quite figured out. This is a day to surrender to your higher self, to surrender to your beliefs in something greater and really access that spiritual energy. And then the star on Friday switches from Shravana, the star of prosperity, to Dhanishta, another star that brings great wealth. Dhanishta is a very powerful star. It's also associated with the drum and the symbol of the drum and rhythm, and living in that rhythm that brings you great wealth, brings you great relationships, brings you great power, and really the beauty and power of sound can come through Dhanishta and help you on this day. And finally, we look at Saturday. So it starts a brand new month, November 1st, and that 9th moon leads us into the 10th moon very early in the morning. And the 10th moon, it has qualities of that spiritual side of the ninth moon, and it's sort of bridging us, bringing us to the prosperous 11th moon. So it opens up doors to new ventures and new avenues. So it's using your own meditation or your own intention setting or your own calm, peaceful time, perhaps your yoga, your running, whatever you do to get into that meditative state. It'll help you see new ventures and new doorways to open in your life. And the star shifts from Dhanishta to Sarabisha on Saturday, and this happens again early, about 10:30 in the morning. And Sarabisha is a star that is very much about research. It gives you the ability to really dive deep into research and have an immense understanding of things. It also has a certain humanitarian quality to help other people, and it's very unconventional. It's connected to the energy of Rahu, so it can help you think beyond your limits and explore new territory. So these are the shifts in the moon and the stars for this entire week. Again, you have a planet every day that rules the entire day, and you can access that information in a daily practice. So I hope this overview helps you get a sense of how the moon, which again rules our mind and how we perceive and how our emotions are experienced in our life, through these cyclical waxing and waning moons, as well as the movement through these 27 stars. So use this information every day to adjust what you're doing, to ground yourself and be aligned with the energy that will support you, and hopefully create something great. Maybe you do see new opportunities as you align yourself with these time Shaktis. So again, look for the daily shorter videos on a quick practice in the sounds and invocations you can make. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have an amazing week. End October on a strong note and start November with a lot of power and grace. Thanks, we'll see you again.